ready. We're prepared. Do not give in to fear. We are fearless. This is not the time to be afraid. This is a time to stand up and fight back and to resist any temptation for them to divide us. We're in this together. The rule of law is on our side. We will not give in, not give up. We will not capitulate. We will not bow. We will not bend. We will survive.
Speaking of black skin, we talked last time with this gentleman, by the way, Roderick Morrow, of course, is here, about sunscreen. Now, he's updated that article from March to include some things that we should be considering, those of us with melanin. Let me welcome back from the Consumer Reports, the Deputy Editor for Special Projects, Mr. Brian Vines. Hello.
Good to be back.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right. What was the impetus to go back in and do more, give more?
Listen, we're still not getting the message. We're still getting these cancers and not being aware of them. And it's half because they're not showing us. So we just want to build awareness and let the people know what it looks like, because the earlier you catch it, the more we live.
Okay. So let's just jump in. What does it look like on black skin? Because I know like eczema looks different than it does on white skin. I know psoriasis looks different. And a lot of these doctors and dermatologists don't know when they see black people what we have. So we have to go to culturally responsive doctors as well.
Absolutely. And that is where it all starts, because 3% of dermatologists are black, yet we represent 13% of the population. So if there's only 3% of us in the field at all, and the training isn't there. There was a study from 2012 where 47% of dermatologists and residents said that they didn't get enough training in how to recognize or deal with skin conditions on Black people's skin. So this is just under half saying we're working, we're in the field, we weren't trained, we don't know what it looks like or how to treat it or how it presents. So this is what we're up against. This is why we keep going back to this thing. But they are getting the message, but we got to speak directly to our people to let them know it's not the ABC that they told the general population, where you're supposed to be looking for little things on your skin.
Moles.
Yeah, like all the skin check news that we've been hearing all the time was not for us. When we get skin cancer, it can present in that way. Like, to be clear, like depending on how much blood is in you. Like, I got some light bright friends who have experienced some skin cancer issues, to be clear. But you know, all of our shades, when you get skin cancer, the most common types in people like us who have darker skin, it's going to present on the palms of your hands, on the soles of your feet, and under your nails. So this is for the most deadly type of melanoma that we get, acrolitiginous melanoma. So it looks like a little spot in your palm, on your sole of your foot, or these little lines under your fingernails. So those are the hot spots that we really have to look out for.
And if you see that, because I feel like a lot of advocacy has to be on our part.
Yeah.
Where, you have to kind of like, yeah, you're going to look at this, you're going to check this. Is there a test like with the prostate? There's a PSA test, mammographies for breast cancer. Like, what's the test to make sure that it's not cancer?
So the things that like I said, that whole ABC, like checking your moles and looking out for that, has been around for a long time. And when some doctors got together and realized it didn't really pertain to us, they came up with a different framework. So it's the cubed, CUBED. The first is a colored lesion that any part of it looks discolored from what your skin is. And U is for if it's uncertain, you're not exactly sure what it is. The B is if it's bleeding under your nail or on your foot or your palm. E is for enlarged, and D if it's a delay in healing. So if you're looking down at your finger and you're like, when did I cut myself? When did I puncture myself? When did I like smash my nail? Like all those things that we're going through life, and you just look down and see that thing, and you have that 3 seconds where you're like, oh, when did that happen? Make sure you just note it and keep an eye on that. And if you notice any of those things, if it's bleeding, if it heals and then gets back to the same state, that's a good sign to call up your doctor, dermatologist, and say, hey, I got something I need checked out.
And it is a dermatologist. That are there other, like, is there an internal medicine? Like, if
Yeah,
you're a regular general practitioner, would they be able to help?
absolutely. So your GP or anybody you go into, even in urgent care, if you present these things and you say this, they should be able to refer you to a dermatologist who really has the know-how. Like there's a young brother who is out of when he was at the University of Kentucky, Josh Pascal, and I think he plays for, it's not the Saints, he plays for the Jaguars, I think. And he, when he was just an undergrad, had a little thing on the bottom of his foot, thought it was a little blood blister, and it would heal and get rubbed again, heal and get rubbed again. He showed it to the trainers there, and they sent him to the doctor. Turns out he had this ACL melanoma that is the deadliest form of melanoma. Actually, what took Bob Marley away from us was this
What?
form of melanoma. Yeah, this is the same thing. And since those days, we still don't have that awareness of what it looks like and that this is a serious thing because it was under Bob's toe. His big toe, he had the line, and he was a soccer player. So he thought, I'm out here kicking balls, I'm doing my thing. This is just an injury. And it was actually that cancer.
Mm.
Wow. Okay.
And we're not trying
So,
to scare people. We just want y'all to be
I
aware of
mean,
what it looks like
I
for
know,
us.
it's a catch-22. We were talking about Ananda Lewis yesterday. And, you know, in our culture, we have this, not bury the head in the sand,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm not speaking this out into the existence.
Exactly. I
And
ain't
so,
claiming that. I'm not calling.
now,
Right,
correct.
right.
So what's the balance here, Brian Vines, between making sure that we get checked out?
The balance is that we have to do it for us because no one else is checking for us, really. Like the
Mm.
advice that we've heard for so long doesn't pertain to us. And it really is about community. Like we should be doing our self checks, looking at ourselves. But also, one of the things that I like to tell people, especially who live the way that we live and interact with people, when you're at the barber shop, if your dude sees something behind your ear or on your hairline or in your hair, if you see something like, yo, what's up? I didn't see this before. I noticed this. You might have this little spot here. So if your hairdresser tells you, oh, there's something here, is this a scab? Were you doing something? And also, all the folks getting their nails did. If you're in there and you are getting your nails done, make sure that you just do a little check and see what you're looking like under things before you do whatever process you're
Mm-hmm.
going through. So just like checking in on us is the way we keep us safe.
And how
And
important is like sunscreen? Is it like a preventative measure that people can use to like head some of this stuff off early?
See, the thing with sunscreen is short answer, yes. Sunscreen, at least the SPF of 30. And I know we are blessed with all this melanin, but even the darkest person in your family has only about 5% coverage SPF of 5. So when we talk
Mm.
SPF, that is the sun protection factor. So literally, the darkest skin on earth has about an SPF of 5, and it's just not enough. So we test sunscreens that have a minimum SPF of 30. So 30 is just the point of entry. So, like looking at your skin and your relationship to sun and how much you're out, you go from 30 on. I
Mm.
personally wear a 50. So, this is like an everyday thing. And I'm like,
what are you wearing? Because you look like you've had some sun. Your skin is beautiful, by the
thank
way.
you. Thank
What are
you.
you wearing? What product works for you?
I can tell you this did not rate on our test because we didn't test this brand specifically. But I have two sunscreens that I wear that I go back and forth. One of them costs $40, and that is the Dermatologica 50 Sport. which was on our test and is recommended. So that's $40 for a 5 ounce thing. And I get it at the duty free whenever I'm traveling somewhere that requires a passport. So that's my little economizing. But when I am just moving around the world, I get, and I'm saying this now with the caveat that I'm holding it right now because it was in my office. I use this sunscreen from Target that is a 50.
We don't do
That's
Target.
Listen, this is the caveat. I'm saying
Okay.
that I've had this bottle carrying for a year now, and it's
Okay.
down to here now, and it ain't gonna be no more after this from
Uh,
me. But just to let you know that you can do what works for you. Everybody don't need to wear $40
Right.
sunscreen. You can
okay.
go and get the store brands, not at this store if that's how you living, but
Right.
Okay.
the store brands have all of their the same active ingredients.
I
So
love it.
you don't have to be beholden to a large cosmetics or whatever, but we should be wearing it.
We're ready. We're prepared. Do not give in to fear. We are fearless. This is not the time to be afraid. This is a time to stand up and fight back and to resist any temptation for them to divide us. We're in this together. The rule of law is on our side. We will not give in, not give up. We will not capitulate. We will not bow. We will not bend. We will